Bugungi darsimizda Cambridge 15 Test 2 Passage Section 3 analizini ko'rib chiqamiz va birinchi navbatda o'zi bilganingizdek titlga qarab olish va nima haqida ekanligini tushunish kerak. Preventing the theft of turtle eggs demak o'qishimda turtle egglar haqida ekan, o'shani o'g'irlanish haqida ekan. Savol turlariga qarab olamiz va bizdan nima qanaqa skilllarni ishlatish muhimligi kutilayotganligini ko'rib olamiz va bu qismda matching information, matching headings 2 for 6 questions, matching headings, lots of headings. Bizda 7 ta variant bor, 6 ta savol bor. Bu qiyin bo'lmasa kerak, chunki keraksiz ma'lumotlarning o'zi kam. Undan keyin esa savol turlariga ko'rib olamiz. Xo'p, multiple choice savollari, undan keyin esa bizda short answers, filling gaps, summary completion, making convincing sea turtle eggs, one word only. Demak, bu qismda o'z bilganingizdek, ko'pchilik o'quvchilar matching headinglarni qiladi, tugatadi, zo'r bo'ldi, tugadi deydi-da, lekin nima yomon bo'ladi? Ular tugatib bo'lishganda, lekin multiple choice keyingi turdagi savollarga javob berish uchun qaytadan borishga majbur bo'lishadi. Shuning uchun ham bunaqa qilmaymiz. Biz keywordlarni aniqlab olamiz, tushunib olamiz, nima kutilayotganligini multiple choice va summary completion. Agar paragraf B da yoki C da, E da, D da chiqib qolish ehtimoli bo'lsa, o'shanda birdaniga javoblarni ko'rib, javoblarni berib ketishga harakat qilamiz. Keling, shuni birgalikda harakat qilib ko'ramiz va one difficulty of creating a fake sea turtle is to get the appropriate texture for the shell. Unlike bird's eggs, turtle eggs has a shell which is adjective bo'ladi. Hard, soft. Lauren Weidel keyword boximda studied from California turtles that live on something to create a realistic reproduction. Live on islands maybe. Ko'ramiz. A GPS device then will be placed inside something in a fake shell. Inside, I don't know, we'll see. Something. Demak tushunarli bu qism. What does the writer suggest about the flatback turtle? Flatback turtle haqida ma'lumotni topishimiz kerak ekan. William Gullion haqida ma'lumot topish kerak ekan. Nicaragua section E da ma'lumotlar bor ekan. Demak, keyin endi birgalikda savollarga javoblarni topishga harakat qilamiz. Humans have been eating sea turtles' eggs and killing adult turtles for meat for millennia. However, as human populations exploded, as sea turtles began to confront additional threats such as intensive fishing, beach development, and climate change, sea turtle populations declined precipitously. Today, all but one of the world's 7 species of sea turtles are considered threatened according to this red list. One that's not and is a flatback turtle is listed as data deficient, which means scientists simply don't know how it's doing. Demak, flatback turtle. Xo'p, demak, ayda flatback turtle haqida bor, sea turtlelarni biz consume qilishimiz haqida bor, ularni o'sha qizil kitobga kiritib qolganligi haqida ma'lumot bor. Developing an item that appears true to life haqida ma'lumot yo'q. Expanding the project haqida ma'lumot yo'q. Short but intensive investigation haqida ma'lumot yo'q. Problem facing sea levels at a global level haqida ma'lumot bor. Intensive fishing, the beach development hammasi global leveldagi problemalar. Buning uchun ham 4 nom belgilaymiz, 4 nom chiqarib tashlaymiz. Bo'ldi. One major problem is that every year millions of sea turtles' eggs are illegally taken by poachers for sale on the black market. The situation is particularly serious in Nicaragua, which is home to 4 sea turtle species. William Gullion, who worked for a conservation body, describes the poaching of sea turtles' nests on the beaches as uncontrolled, unregulated, extensive, and contested. Even the best protected beaches are plundered to some extent. It's not uncommon to see poachers digging up nests just meters from tourists watching sea turtles laying their clutch at night, she said. This poaching becomes particularly frenzied during the Arabatas, mass-lying events where thousands of turtles nest on the same beach for a single night in a biological strategy to overwhelm natural predators. Poaching haqida ma'lumot berilgan. Collection of eggs and their possible onward routes haqida ma'lumot yo'q. Intensive and large-scale poaching in one location haqida ma'lumot. Intensive large-scale poaching in one location. Bu Nicaragua haqida gapirishdi. Kopafit shunaqa gaplarni gapirish. Demak, bu B. Aniq B bo'ladi. Xo'p, 6 bo'ladi bu. Keywordlarni underline qildim. Xohlasanglar ko'rib tarjima qilib olasizlar, xohlamasanglar mana o'zlaringiz bilasizlar. Keyingi qismga o'tamiz. Even with armed guards, the number of poachers overwhelmed military personnel by 10 or 21. Although many poachers are locals with limited resources, during this era there are influx of gangs of poachers from larger cities outside local communities. These are not just local poor people without other options, but to protect the country's sea turtles, as said, conservation shouldn't just depend on catching low-level operators. If one poacher decides to stop, another will just step into his place. We need to know more about the middlemen and people higher up in the distribution chain. Why catching poachers may not be why catching poachers may not solve the problem. Demak, yettida berilgan ekan. O'z ko'rganingizdek, bittasini tutib olsang, qolgani o'rniga keladi. Shuning uchun ham middlemanlarni ko'rishing kerak, large uning tepasidagi odamlarni ko'rishing kerak, chunki o'shalar bulardan sotib oladi degan gaplar bor. O'shuning uchun ham buni C da 7 ni belgilaymiz. Xo'p, keyingi qismga o'tamiz. Solutions to creation of high-tech sea turtle eggs. Fake eggs convincingly crafted to look like the real thing, by which contain GPS tracking devices. These have the potential to reveal destinations marketed for the trafficked sea turtles. Making convincing sea turtle eggs is not easy. Is working on the perfect prototype, and in particular it's proving quite problematic to create the right texture, since sea turtle eggs are not covered in hard shell like those of birds, but are quite flexible. So Pasco brought something, a special effect artist in the USA to create convincing outer shell. To get her hands on the real thing, it's illegal to send a sea turtle eggs over the border. It's using land turtle eggs from California. It was really eye-opening and important for me to feel these eggs and how the shell bends a little. She said to get the GPS device inside the cell using 3D printers to make a plastic ball which will then have a GPS transmitter fitted inside. This will take the place of the embryo inside the shell. Lastly, the fake shells will be sealed with silicone, waterproofing them. O'z ko'rganingizdek, bu qismda qanaqadir egglarni yaratish haqida gap ketgan. Demak, bu developing an item that appears true to life. Demak, bu realdek ko'rinadigan shellarni, egglarni yaratish ekan. Xo'p, dini ishlatdik, bo'ldi shu bilan. Demak, javoblarimiz bor, o'shalarni bajarishga harakat qilamiz. Xo'p, what does writer suggest about the flatback turtle? Flatback turtle deyishdi, paragraf A da bor. O'z ko'rganda flatback turtle biza u endangered emas, balki listed as a data deficient, demak, ma'lumot yo'q haqida. It could be severely threatened as other turtles. It has been neglected by scientists. No. Dangerous. Nope. What? Which means scientists simply don't know how it's doing. Neglected bo'ladi. Ma'lumot yo'q, e'tibor berishmagan scientistlar, o'sha uchun ham bilishmaydi nima bo'lganligini. Says that poaching of sea turtle eggs in Nicaragua carried out by local people. No. Encouraged by the presence of local tourists. No. Sometimes has highly organized structure. Yes. Can only be controlled by the use of armored guns. No. Hope. These are not just local poor people without other options. Also, many poachers are locals with limited resources. Maybe it's like mainly carried out by locals bo'ladi. Bo'la qolsin, chunki highly organized structure ni ko'rganimiz yo'q. Shuning uchun ham Cdan olishdan qochamiz. 36 section in o'qidimmi yo'qmi hozircha? Section in o'qimaman. Demak, 36 bilan 37 ga javobni keyin olamiz. Keyin qismga o'tamiz. Making convincing it. Buni o'qidik. Demak, bo'ldi paragraf D da. Turtle egg that has shell, which is adjective ni ko'rganik, mana flexible. Quite flexible javob bo'ladi. Flexible. King's Glasgow o'tamiz. So these eggs from that live on land turtle eggs from California. Live on land. Demak, yerda yashaydigan, quruqlikda yashaydigan turtlelarni ko'rgan ekan. GPS device will be placed inside a bowl bo'ladi. Inside a plastic bowl bo'lar ekan. Javob one word bo'lishi kerak. Demak, plastikni tashqaramiz, bowl yozib qo'yamiz. Shu bo'ldi. Shu bilan bugungi darsimiz oxiriga ketadi. O'z ko'rgazingizga hamma savollarga javob berishga harakat qildik va javob ham berdik. Agar savollaringiz bo'ladigan bo'lsa, berishingiz mumkin. Kamerada qoldirishingiz mumkin. Shu bilan bugungi darsimiz oxiriga ketadi. Thank you for watching the video.